Hello and welcome to the Tinkercats video gallery. Today I'm going to do this card with you, and it's a way of adding dimension where there isn't any. As you can see, just trying to get it in, the card is absolutely flat, yet the cake sort of stands out despite me using the brush strokes as part of the colouring. So I'm going to show you how I did it. Right, let's get my piece of white card. Right, so I'm using the brush stroke stamp, the large brush stroke from the Celebrate Artsy by STAMPlorations. And for the colours that I used were Rose Red, Cameo Coral, Pumpkin Pie and Summer Sun by Stampin' Up. So let's start stamping with the bottom one, the Rose Red. So I'm just going to ink up my stamp quite quickly. Doesn't have to be. This is where I'm getting messy, so I've got to be careful. Right, and clean it. So I want it to go about here. And just stamp it. Right, and it doesn't have to be perfect. They're brush strokes and they're meant to be a bit wonky and not entirely 100% coloured. So just pop that away again. And then next is the Cameo Coral, which is a retired Stampin' Up colour, but you can use any other sort of slightly corally pink to go with this. I mean, I've matched my colours to Promarkers, which I'll be using in a minute. So that is that inked up, and that goes above it. There you go. And then next we'll be having the Pumpkin Pie, the orange. I mean, you could do this with 2 shades of orange and add some other colours in, whatever you want really. And you don't have to use the Promarkers later. You can use your Copics or any other alcohol marker really. So I'm just going to ink this up now. And stamp that across there. That's that. And then the last one will be the yellow at the top. So these are all stamps that are in the STAMPlorations July release of 2014. I've really enjoyed working with them. So we are having, if you're watching this in the next couple of days, we're still having a blog hub on at STAMPlorations.blogspot.com. Just pop by. So that will last until, I think it's, yeah, the 2nd of July. Right, so that's my brush stroke finished with. And next I'm going to use the sketched birthday cake. Which I got here. So that's a 3-tier, slightly wonky birthday cake. I absolutely adore this stamp because I love baking wonky cakes. As much as I like cakes, I do not like decorating cakes, but I do like to slap a bit of cream on and whatever, and just make it look more accidental than planned, really. So I'm just going to ink that up with black memento. And I'm going to stamp it right in here. That's that. And if you look at it now, it seems as if the cake sort of absolutely disappears. You can't really see it with all the other colours up in the background. So what we're going to do now is we're going to use 2 shades of pink and a little bit of grey. No, it was just 2 shades of pink actually. No, 2 shades of pink I think I used. No, it's some grey as well actually. Sorry. I made this card last week and now I'm recording how to do it, and sometimes I just tend to forget. So I got antique pink and cocktail pink. Then I got cool grey 1, and you also need pastel blue, and I'm also going to use cool grey 3, and you need your blender pen, which I'm just still looking for. Right, so these are the ones that you need with this colour combination if you wanted to do exactly as very similar to what I did. So I'm going to use the antique pink to just quickly colour these little details in. So it don't have to be very precise. It's not a type of cake, as I said, that has to be well and precisely decorated. It's more one that looks a little bit accidental, which is why I love it so much. So I'm also adding a little bit of colour to the candles. So, and then we're just adding some colour here. And as you can see, the cake is starting to stand out a bit and is starting to take more shape, become more shapely. So just go for it. And I'm not even using card that is very good for blending here, because I don't really need to do blending. So that is that. And now I'm going to add a little bit of cool grey 1 and 3 to my tray. So that's cool grey 1 there. And a bit more around the outside with the 3. That, and now I'm going to go for the cocktail pink, and I'm just colouring around here. Now it won't show up as pink, it will just darken the orange. That is the thing, if you use pro markers over an ink colour, it will always slightly, well, not even slightly, but very much adapt the ink colour as a base as much as anything, because it sort of shows through. So that is that. I'm just going over this here and just colouring. As you can see, there is not much a difference between the pinks that I've stamped and the Pro Marker colours that I've used, which makes it actually quite, in my books, quite a perfect combination for what I want to do and achieve with this colouring in. So that's the cake. And now what I did, in order to help it to stand out a bit more, this is something that I tend to do when I'm colouring digis in, is I'm just going to give it a pastel blue outline. Just very quickly. Doesn't have to be 100% precise, because we're going to go over the outline then with the blender pen to take some of it away, and it does work, but despite it being card, that isn't really that suitable for blending. But as you well know, a blender pen just takes colour away, it doesn't add anything, and you don't want to get into any shading or something doing this. It's literally just giving it a little bit of an outline. So that's that. And now I'm just going to use my blender pen and just quickly, in little circles, go over my blue outline. And it just makes it a little bit fainter, especially at the edge. So you won't see it quite as yet as to exactly what it does, because it takes a little while to dry. So I'll show you the other card again that I made earlier. And I mean, even though you don't really sort of see the outline that much when it comes to the colours here, I still go over it. So there you go. And as you can see, just putting that little outline to it helps the cake to stand out quite a bit. So next we are having the little happy birthday to you sentiment, and I'm going to ink that up with black memento. I'm using an ink pad that I've used a while, so it's not going to be absolute jet black. So, and that's going to go right next to it, about here. There you go. And all you have to do is now is layer it on your onto your black cards. I'm just going to get some sticky tape out for that. then the card is ready basically. So let's just do that. Okay, so I've got my piece of black card for it to go on already here. Right. So I'm just going to align it. Oops, that doesn't seem to want to. Do anything, so it just goes on here. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So I'll press down and just pull my my strips out. And it goes on the card front. All right. So there we go. And all I did in the end to finish the card off was I just added a little bit of glitter to the candles. Just a teeny bit of glitter glue. That's all I did. It's barely brushed over it really. So whenever I work with glitter glue and it doesn't quite go where I want to, I'm going to get my toothpick, one of the best craft tools ever, because they're so versatile, and I'll just take a little bit of it off. Okay, so that's the card done and ready, and there it is. Okay, thank you for watching. Back again soon. Bye.